Hi guys, EBPMAN with Tablets for Me, and today we're going to do an impression review. So I just want to share with you what do I think about the Gear S. I'm having it now for almost about a week, as it was released last Friday. Let's take a look and see what I found. Alright, so I'm going to break my review of the Gear S into two components, pros and cons as I've done in the past. And the first thing I want to say is that this is probably the coolest smartwatch available on the market. It's not the most aesthetic, not the most realistic looking smartwatch, but it is cool. Most people who see it, they go, wow, that is a gorgeous screen, that is impressive. But some people also say, wow, it's like wearing your phone on your wrist. But it is a phone on my wrist. But it is highly cool, and that is something that most people will say when they see it. The other thing is this, and this is a surprise, like a pleasant surprise. This thing has great battery life. Having the Moto 360, having some of the other gears, having the LG watch, I have to say that I was pleasantly surprised when I got more than 2 days of battery life out of this thing. And with the backup charger, it almost catapulted me to 3 days. So using the phone, connecting it to my phone via Bluetooth, it has great battery life for a first-gen smartwatch with built-in cellular capabilities. So again, I think that it sets it above and beyond any of the smartwatches on the market. The other thing is, this thing works surprisingly well as a standalone phone, and I have to say, really well. Using this, having the automated call forwarding feature, which not only forwards your phone calls, but also your text messaging, but at the same time keeps a log on both devices, is a great, I think, a great feature. I didn't expect it to work this well. I really expected it to be gimmicky and clunky, but the experience and all of the notifications and communications and the process, the workflow associated with the Switch is done really, really well. If you haven't seen that process, watch some of my videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's a great standalone device, but again, it's still a companion device because it works so well with another phone. The phone and SMS forwarding, as I said, is flawlessly works well. And again, it's just something that I really didn't anticipate that it was going to be that good. The screen is gorgeous also. Clarity. Most people don't believe that the screen is even on once they see how clean the images are. And the other thing is that this can be used cross-carrier. And I see a lot of you doing this where you may be going with a T-Mobile, you may be going with an O2, you may be going with a AT&T, Sprint, or Verizon, and your phone is from an independent carrier or a different carrier. So I see people combining an AT&T with a T-Mobile, an AT&T with a Sprint, and the drivers for this are the cost for the actual device and the service associated with it. At this time, T-Mobile has the most inexpensive plan when it comes to the add-on service. I think they have it around for $5. Then followed by AT&T here in the U.S. for $10 on top of what you have on your plan. And then I think Verizon is the most expensive. So the fact that it could be used cross-carrier and you don't have to have the same carrier on your phone is another great add-on. Now, the cons. This thing is big on your wrist, and I have to say big on your wrist. It's more like a fashion bracelet than it is a watch. And I have to say that I've only seen one person that it seems small on. And this gentleman was over 6 feet tall, very big fellow, and the watch looked normal on his wrist. But anyone else, this thing is going to be big, and it's honking big. And if you like big, you'll love it. If you don't, then you won't. I have to say that I'm not a big fellow, and I am actually enjoying it. I'm getting used to the size, but if you wear a dress shirt, for example, and you're in a business area, it's really hard to get your dress shirt sleeve over the watch. It will definitely be hidden by your suit, but not by the sleeve itself of your shirt. So be warned. I can't really come up with the reason why I must have this Gear S. It's really a geek toy, so I just can't say, oh my god, I can't live without this thing. It does have great fitness capabilities, the running features, the health features, the pedometer, all those things, the health monitoring things. If you're into that kind of stuff, maybe, but I can't find a must-have feature. The alarm timer apps that are available with the other gears are not consistent. I know it's a petty small thing, but if you use those features, they are not consistent throughout. In one case, I'd say the alarm is a little bit improved, but the timer isn't. So I wish Samsung had consistency around their apps. The other negative, and I think this is more for Samsung more than anything else, is that it only works with Samsung phones. Samsung, wake up. If you really want to compete in this market, open it up to other phones. Open it up to LG. Open it up to Motorola. Open it up to every other phone manufacturer so you can get more penetration in the market. Now keep in mind that there are ways where you can install and get the phone working, the gear to work with your phone, but it will require a workaround, and not all the features are supported. In other words, you will have to activate your phone from the very first time with a Samsung phone, but you could use it separately and also enable call forwarding and all those things, but it's kind of, I don't want to call it a hack, but it doesn't work as seamlessly as it does with the Gear S and a Samsung phone. And maybe this is not so much a Samsung issue, but you have to pay for an additional line. It is a cell phone. It has a cell phone number. In order to get forwarded text messages and phone calls, if you're not on a Wi-Fi network, you need a cell phone. And for the amount of time you use it, I think that anything that you have to pay extra is too much. I wish the carriers were charging maybe $1, but that's me. The other thing is more apps. There should be more apps out there. I wish Samsung did something about supporting more of the Google type apps like Google Now. S-Voice on the Gear S works well, but not as well as Google Now. And I wish there was a Google Now app for voice commands. And then just general, more applications. So guys, that was my impression of the Gear S. If you have any comments or questions, leave them on the YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy the watch as much as I do. Thanks for watching.